there's been numerous where they had done it.
Yeah, I wish Hamilton did not. How often is it?
Yeah, but he's
You get back day or not?
That's crazy. And you get it for a day, or not even a day?
Day.
Wow.
Seem well.
I guess there was a guy standing.
The small dining room, so if the family had any guests that would dine upstairs in the banqueting hall, if they were just by themselves as a family, this is the room they'd use. And again, there's a very religious theme to the room, so on the chimney piece there are 3 angels. And these are the angels which appeared before Abraham in the Bible. So he and his wife had a son. So Abraham is just over here, he's about 100 years old. And then on the opposite side is his wife Sarah. And you can see she's covering a smile, trying not to laugh at the news that she's going to give birth at the ripe old age of 90. According to the Bible, they had a son, and they called him Isaac, which is Hebrew for he will laugh. There's this Greek inscription at the bottom, and it says, entertaining angels unawares. So it's a reminder to the family to treat their guests with hospitality and kindness. And then in the stained glass windows, these are some scenes from the life of Abraham. The most famous of these are the two just opposite in front of him. This is where Abraham offers Isaac as a sacrifice to God to prove his devotion. And then at the last minute, the angel intervenes and Isaac spares the sacrifice the ram instead. Probably the most interesting thing in the room is the table. So it's a very plain looking table. You can see there's a hole in the centre. This table could actually be split in 2, and then the gardener would bring in a grapevine which he would plant through the centre of the table and close it back up. And then when the family sat down to dinner, they could just reach out and just pluck the fresh grapes from the vine. And there is a picture just over here. So you can see the grapevine just sprouting from the table. I'll just leave it over here. And the last thing I was going to mention was just in the corner, just over this way, is a wooden monkey carved onto the wall. And it's called a howler monkey, so it's known for having a very loud sort of cry. When the family wanted the servants, they'd go over to the monkey and they would press the nut into the monkey's mouth, and then that would activate the wire mechanism for the bells, and then the servants would come up to serve them. So you can take a look at it, just don't touch it though, because it is very fragile, so it's already lost some of its pores. You can take a look, and then we'll go through to the drawing room next, which is just around this way.
That's so cool.
This is the room very different to the other rooms we've seen. So it's a lot plainer and a lot brighter. There's lots of natural light as well. And the reason is that this room is from the Georgian period, so about 100 years earlier. And the only changes they made to the room was to add the 2 monkeys above the doors of the library. And apart from that, they left this room alone. So just on my left, where we came through, there's a portrait of the 3rd Marquis of Bute. So this is the man I've been talking about, how the room was redecorated and redesigned. And he was elected as the Mayor of Cardiff in 1890, so he's standing there with his official robes. And then over to the right, that was his father, the 2nd Marquis. And this is the man that made all the money for the family through the coal industry and developed the docks and the railways to export the coal. And as I say, at one point they were exporting about 20% of the world's coal supply. So that's the man that made all the money for the family. And just over this way, there's a picture of Lord Ninian. So this is, you would have seen a picture of him as a child in the nursery. So he was elected as the local Member of Parliament. He was actually killed in the First World War at Battle of Loos in France in 1915. So if you go down to the military museum, just underneath the ticket office, there's some of his medals on display down there. And then above the fireplace, this was the 5th Marquess of Bute. So after the Second World War, the government nationalised the coal industry. So the Bute family lost a huge source of income, and they were using this property less and less. So on the 10th of September 1947, the 5th Marquess gave the castle away to the people of Cardiff as a gift, along with the park next door, so it's run by the local council now. The family is still around, so until recently it was the 7th Marquess of Bute, but he died a few years ago. He used to be a racing driver, so he raced under the name Johnny Dumfries, and he won the 24-hour Le Mans race. But he passed away in 2021, so the title passed to his son, who is now the 8th Marquess of Bute. And they're still around, so still very wealthy, not as wealthy as their ancestor over there. So the current Marquess is down to his last few £100 million, so he's just scraping by. He'll be open. But we'll just go through to the library to finish the tour.
That makes sense why they put this in the